Rupert Murdoch's top investigative reporter, the man known as the fake Sheikh, Mazher Mahmood, found guilty of tampering with evidence and faces jail. Now, Mazher Mahmood, one of Britain's most notorious undercover reporters, now faces jail after he was found guilty of tampering with police evidence. Mahmood, known as the fake Sheikh, faced charges linked to the collapse trial of the singer Tulisa Konstavlos. As soon as the verdict was announced, 18 people who'd been caught up in Mahmood's elaborate sting operations launched civil claims, which, if successful, could total hundreds of millions of pounds. Our Home Affairs correspondent, Darshna Soni, was in court.
For 30 years, he has revelled in hiding his identity. His lucrative career depends on it. The self-styled king of the sting, turning up to court every day beneath a balaclava. But today, the hunter became the hunted.
Miss Mahmood, what would you like to say?
Why did you tamper with the evidence?
Say to Tulisa. Would you like to apologise for Tulisa?
Are you sorry?
You're guilty of lying to secure a scoop. What do you say to that? Did you lie to get a front page headline? What do you say to that, Mr.
The man who once spent thousands on injunctions against those who would print his picture, with his conviction, couldn't stop his mugshot being freely published. Mazher Mahmood unmasked. Here he is. The fake Sheikh earned hundreds of thousands of pounds and claimed to expose wrongdoing. But he himself has been found guilty of doing wrong.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. His career's over as well. He's finished. Yeah. We get banged up. Almost like a shake about the side.
I think he's gone to what we might call the dark side. By thinking of stories in advance of them happening and then making them happen.
For some, Mazher Mahmood's style of subterfuge represented all that was wrong at the news of the world. With that paper's collapse, the relaunch of The Sun on Sunday was meant to be a new beginning, but Mahmood's old methods have now sullied the successor. Mazher Mahmood wanted to impress his new tabloid bosses at The Sun, and so, along with his driver Alan Smith, tampered with evidence to secure a scoop. The fake Sheikh apparently had an endless expense account. He'd invite his targets to some of the finest hotels in London, and here he would splash the cash, offering champagne and cocktails, and even the promise of lucrative contracts or film roles. But did his methods amount to entrapment? Over the years, there have been growing criticisms and calls for the investigator to be investigated. Mazher Mahmood was 21 when he bought his first fake Sheikh outfit for £12 from an Islamic bookshop in Birmingham. With no formal training, he exposed everyone from sports stars and celebs to the royal family. He rose to become the country's most famous and controversial undercover reporter. But it was his world exclusive on an X Factor judge that would land him in the dock. In 2013, Tulisa Konstavlos was dropped from the X Factor panel after a turbulent 12 months of headlines about her private life. Her own singing career was flagging, and she was trying to make it as an actress. Mazher Mahmood saw his chance. Posing as a Bollywood filmmaker, he wined and dined her in fancy hotels, offering a leading role opposite Leonardo DiCaprio, if she could prove she was streetwise.
Almost like a bad girl.
Yeah. A bit ghetto. A bit ghetto.
Yeah. You've got, but that kind of... I mean, a kind of a...
Now I get it. Now
it makes complete
Tulisa was charged with agreeing to supply Mahmood with cocaine, but the case dramatically collapsed when the judge accused Mahmood of lying about conspiring with his driver to change the driver's police statement.
This whole case was a horrific and disgusting entrapment by Mazher Mahmood and the Sun on Sunday newspaper.
The CPS immediately announced it was reviewing 25 previous convictions that Mahmood's stories had secured. The case raised difficult questions for the CPS and the Met Police about their enduring relationship with the reporter and his News International bosses. Mahmood often worked with them on investigations, and his paper would be allowed to film the moment of arrest, including the now discredited Victoria Beckham kidnap plot.
The police were always ready to swoop in conjunction with his scoops. and that made one inherently suspicious.
George Galloway was almost another front-page splash for the Sheikh. He too was lured to a top hotel by Mahmood, who posed as a wealthy businessman.
I just smelt a very big rat. It's the difference between angling and trawling. Angling is specific, with a specific target and for a reason. Trawling is just a fishing expedition, just throwing a net into the water and dragging it along the bottom and seeing what you can entrap within it.
Not known for passing on publicity himself, Mr. Galloway's office seized the opportunity to expose Mahmood, and he used an appearance on Channel 4 News to blow the reporter's cover.
Well, here he is. This is the fake Sheikh.
Ah, right.
That's him in civvies.
Mahmood's editors at News UK would only say today that they were disappointed in his conviction.
Mr. Mahmood, what would you like to say?
Why did you tamper?
For critics of his style of journalism, his downfall was only a matter of time. When he's sentenced in 2 weeks, the fraudulent fake could face prison.